Name is Ashley, and I have a complex profile, including cerebral palsy, an intellectual disability, and other medical complexities. Not much was expected of me in the late 80s, but the doctors, therapists, and teachers could not have been more wrong. After graduating high school, I finally received my autism diagnosis. During the pandemic, I collaborated on the research for Photovoice, Voices Lost in Crisis. I have had the opportunity to co-present at several events to share the research.
I am Laura Mullett. I'm assistant professor in the Department of Applied Disability Studies at Brock University. I identify as a white disabled female scholar. I have lived experiences of systemic and academic ableism and other experiences of social inequality. Because of these experiences, I try to be an ally for other disabled and marginalized communities, particularly those living with intellectual disabilities. I also am a board certified behavior analyst with over 20 years of experience working in the developmental service sector. We are excited to lead the workshops 6 and 7B on Photovoice as an example of an accessible research method. We will share our experiences of the Voices Lost in Crisis project to provide an example of the process and the impact of undertaking this research. The project allowed people to share experiences of their lives with others who valued them, as they were often forgotten during the pandemic. So what is Photovoice? Participants are collaborators in the whole research process. Photovoice can foster empowerment by setting a stage for people with intellectual disabilities to share their experiences about their daily lives, their successes, and the challenges through an accessible meaning of photography. In this process, participants take photographs to answer the research question. They record and reflect on their experiences in a journal, and photographs are used as prompts during the interview to explain the images representing their lived experiences. In the analysis, we work together to voicing our individual and collective experience. And selected images are included in the results and publications to supplement the analysis and findings.
In, workshop 7B, we will work through journaling training sessions. This session will involve reviewing why it is important to keep a journal, what to include in your journal entry, and different methods of keeping a journal. We put a lot of work into this project, which was sometimes emotional. We also learned new skills and ways to stay connected with others. We had a place where we belonged. We got to spend time with others who have similar life experiences. The opportunity to show the world that our lives have meaning.
Participants use journal entries to help them remember the details and the reasons for taking the photos. Journals are brought up in the check-ins and interviews and used in the analysis. For some, journals can be challenging, but it's an important part of the process.
Didn't mind them because I have written a journal for as long as I can remember. I referred in my things in my journal as a comfortable jail. In sharing our research, we hope others will get a sense of what it is like for adults with intellectual disabilities during the pandemic and how our lives changed drastically. Although everyone was affected, we had unique experiences like what it felt like to have our services ripped out from underneath us and other experiences of barriers and ableism.
We believe this workshop is important because it's going to show people about a method that anybody can be a part of. The photograph component is unique. People can express themselves through pictures, and the visuals are often having a much more lasting impact than just the spoken word. It can also be really difficult for people to share their emotions and feelings with words alone.
Anyone can be part of the research project, and we get to be in control of the research. We are not being studied like lab rats. We hope you will consider joining our workshops.